Welcome to the weekly office hour calls today, January 21st. This is done every single Wednesday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time to get your questions answered, talk about the market and everything in between. So, if we look at the market here, Tuesday had a very sharp decline. It gapped down and then actually went down over 2%, which doesn't happen too often, but it did happen. This was right after we had a holiday on Monday. So, the market was closed. So, Friday it was here, then we gapped down on Tuesday. Thankfully, as I like doing it, which again, if I like doing it, then your bots probably set up that way as well. I personally like entering my long-term bots in the afternoon, which worked out very well for me and probably you guys as well this week, where in the afternoon it entered at the low and now it's rebounding. So now we're seeing some green in those new positions, which is nice. So, anyways, let's look at the market here. Let's put on our market analysis indicator, which doesn't use guessing, it uses math for us to understand where the market is. Right now, we are in an uptrend. How do I know that? Because we're in this green zone. This green zone means that we're trending higher. We typically stay in this zone for 2 years. You can see the last time we were really in this zone, we kind of went before next crash about, what is this, 507 bars, 336 days. Yeah, so about 2 years. You can see we've already made it about, what is this, 253 days. So coming up on a year. And so that's pretty good. So we probably have about another year left of a good trend. It doesn't mean that we're going to go up and down between this green ranges, but my prediction is that we'll stay bullish for the remainder of at least the next 6 months. That's what I'm betting on. Now, if we're looking at it more closely, let me remove this indicator, kind of understand, knowing that, hey, we do have a long-term trend slant, but let's look at some important levels. Number one is the high right here. We have a high at about 7,050. Again, translate that to SPY or SPX, however you'd like, but I'm looking at the ES futures. About 7,000, 7,050 is the high, which means we need to break above this. So we're going to keep being bullish. Our previous low is right here, 6,770 roughly, give or take some points. That's going to be our low. We're going to wait to see if it breaks below this. If we break above here, we're doing good, continue bullish. If we break down, this is a sign of weakness and a sign that we're going to next target this low at 6,525. And if we break that, we're pretty much a clear drop down to this zone over time. So watching this level, obviously, as we start to come into it, our trending band is about right here. Let me see, is that a close approximation? Oh, close enough. So once we break down this zone, we're basically breaking down below our bullish indicator, which tells us that we're probably going to drop further, but that's okay because our bots will automatically switch off the bullish spots, turn on the bearish spots. We'll start having some hedges initiate all at this level right here if we do inevitably hit that or if we do get there. Anyways, we're watching the market go higher or lower. We're in a pretty much of a neutral zone right now in the market, but we all overall bullish. So we're running 100% bullish spots. You're welcome, of course, to add on any bearish spots. If you want to trigger off a one-off entry on a bearish because you want some downside protection, you're welcome to do that. Make sure you're mainly running bullish. If I refresh this page, here are my bots that have been running since the beginning of this year. Not really too much to see. We're about 20,000 profit on this bot from the last 6 months of last year, or the 6 months leading up to last year. And then here we have the performance so far. And here we have two bots running on both the futures put credit spread bot that I'm running and the futures bullish spot. And then I have my bearish spot as protection. Slow day. They were up to about 250 the last time I checked, but we come back down a bit on this green bar, which is all fine. Nothing too worried about there. But this, as I mentioned before, is the portfolio that I'm running. Futures bullish bots, running two of them per month. That will bring in about $2,000 per month. As you can look at it historically, these tend to bring in anywhere from $1,000 to $800 per winner. So that means with two a month, that's going to bring me up to about $2,000 per winning trade. So I'll make about 2,000 here. This futures put credit spread bot, you can see the breakdown of it right here with this exact trade of $19 right now. But you can see here that my reward is $231, including my take profits. So I'll make about $200 per trade if I'm doing three of these per week. No, two, I'm doing two per week. So that's roughly $500 per week, which translates into another 2,000 per month. So again, 2,000, that gets me to my $48,000 return on this account for the year. So 48,000 would put me what is that mark? Put me around can I do the math? A 22%, 24, something like that percent for the year, which would be amazing. Anyways, that's my portfolio. That's the breakdown. That's my thoughts on the market. What I really want to get to, though, is your questions. So please, in the chat, let me know. Looks like we got a lot more people join, which is good. Welcome in Bobby, Dale, Inga, Robert, and Trone. Glad you guys are here. Overall, bullish market. We're watching for either a break high or a break low. Regardless, our bots will switch over to bearish if needed. My bot portfolio is running exactly as I set it up, as I mentioned in the training at the end of last year, and also inside of the options bot portfolio. So all those are running good there. But anyways, I'm here to take any questions you guys have. If no questions, I will always ramble, but I want to make sure that I'm here to answer your questions. Robert says, I have a question. Yes, go for it. Can you unmute yourself or write it out? Either way, if you write it out, that's all good. Yeah. Let's see. Inga says, I have a question about GEX. Can we have negative and positive GEX? What do you mean by negative and positive GEX? So you go to Options Auto Trader, underneath the resources, there's the options trading toolbox, which all of you guys have access to. And then there's a lot of tools here if you just want to keep exploring. The one that we're mentioning is GEX is right here, gamma exposure. So it shows you the total gamma. If you highlight over each thing, it tells you the net gamma for each level. As you can see here, this would be a negative net gamma, and a positive. This is a positive gamma, negative gamma. I will email you. Yeah, for sure. You can also turn your mic on, I think, if that's not. Oh, we're in a webinar. Okay, so I need to enable that. How do I do that? Give me a second. I'll figure this out. But hopefully I can enable you guys to talk as well. Parents. It looks like I can allow them all at once. No, allow individually, but I want to see if I can do them. Okay, it looks like I can enable one at a time. I don't see the chat video window where I can unmute. Okay, yeah, I'll fix that for the next one. Let me go with Robert first, and then I'll go Inga, since Robert messaged first. Fine, participants. Robert. All right.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Gotcha.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, just to clarify, the circle is completely gone, right? So that link I should just disconnect. There's no more
Correct.
circle.
Yeah.
And then the other question I have is I had some issues with the 111 bot, and I tried to send you a direct message, but when I clicked on your name, I get your message could not be delivered. This is usually because you don't share a server with the recipient, or the recipient is only accepting direct messages from friends. Is there a way to fix that?
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, if you just click on mine, I should be able to accept those. Let me look if there's a. Yeah, I get messages. Okay, right here, direct message spam. DMs will not be filtered for spam. I don't think it's spam. Direct messages, DMs from other servers, requests, and request. I don't know why that is. I get it all the time. Can you just shoot me a friend request so that?
Okay, let's see. If I go, I'm in the Discord right now.
Yeah.
And I just click on, let's say I click on the main, I just click on Austin Booley with your image, with you and your wife.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just type hello, and I hit return. And it's, yeah, it says your message cannot be delivered.
Yeah, what I mean is you send me a friend request. So
friend request. How do I do that? I
click on my name and then maybe my profile and then friend or something.
Okay. It says friend request sent.
Okay, let me check.
Uh,
I have.
Let's see here. Main. One mutual server. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Is this it? No. Content sensitive filters. Direct messages from friends.
You see, you're getting them from other people.
I don't know if that's what I want to enable. Yeah, I'll definitely figure this out so that you can do that. But yeah, for now, just shoot me an email and I'll make sure that it gets it.
Okay. I sent an email earlier and I got a response from, I forget, I think it was a woman who responded.
Okay.
I'll just tell you my basic question and then I'd like to set up a brief little conference to go over my portfolio.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm still using the 111 bot.
Okay.
And there's two issues I've had. One, when I look at the details, a number of them have there's a long put and then two short puts, and then some of them have a short put and then a long and then a short. It's like there's like a mix of the furthest out put is always short, but the put spread in front is sometimes a debit or a credit spread. And I'm not sure why. I'm looking at my whole list of currently open 111s right now, and there's like a mix of put debits and put credits in front of the put short that's further out of the money.
Quick second. Mush. Log into your account here. Okay, cool. So the bullish spot that says bullish spot with 111 and the parentheses.
Oh yeah, can you look at the account?
Yeah.
And look at the bullish spot, the 111.
Okay, cool. We have a lot of positions open. Okay. Yeah, so the problem is just with how many positions you have open. Let's see, what's the entry rules on this? Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yeah, it's probably where you're running into an issue. Yeah, you're putting on too many trades. Let's see.
So is it managing it as a 111 or is it managing each of these kind of each separately? I'm not sure how it's managing it.
Yeah, ideally it tries to locate your put debit spread as the original trade, and it manages it all at as one trade, but it's gonna look for different strike prices when a option is already taken in your open positions list. So because you have so many positions open, there are no strike prices available for your expiration dates. You see here, May 15th has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different trades. And so there were no other strike prices to take. So it had to readjust the trade because it can't overlap strikes.
Oh, okay. And then the other issue I had was I noticed looking at a couple of times I got a message from the bot saying couldn't open the trade. And then I would look in Tasty and it was open and then it wasn't managing it. And then in one case back, noticed last, I think November or October, I got 4 messages saying it couldn't open the trade. And then I looked in Tasty and it actually opened it 4 times. So I actually have a trade that's open in Tasty right now that's got 4 positions that were attempted to open. They did open, but it reported back to the bot that it didn't, so that it's not being managed by the bot.
You're back in November, you said?
Yeah, I think it's November. I could look at my account and see, but
Let's see. Yeah,
there
I
was a
see.
point.
Yeah, I assume the expiration on that was March 20th, if you look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll just have to re-import them. Yeah, I know there was an issue with that in December. That was fixed. So yeah, it looks like it's not happening again, which is good.
Okay.
So the best way to do it is to just delete the pending trade. Let me share my screen if you're okay with that. Are you okay with that?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So looking here, you have this pending trade from November. So just click on delete pending trade to delete it.
Uh-huh.
That will remove the trade from your broker, and then I'll just delete it from our side, and then you'll click on add, and then you'll re-import that trade here. But yeah, that was a known issue in December that got fixed in December.
Yeah.
And I'm looking like, yeah, you have no more pending ones. It's just those. It looks like they're doing it correctly. But yeah, with these overlapping, when did you update it to 3 times a week?
Oh, it's been a while.
Okay.
So I guess I'd like to I'd like to schedule a call with you, just go over all of these and move more to more of the debit spreads and reduce the number of the 111s.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Love to do that too.
So what's the best way to schedule with you at this
Right
point?
here. Yeah, I'm going to send you this link. You can always come to this link and schedule, pull up on Zoom. Oops. Where's chat? All right, there we go. I just dropped that link in there so you can actually, yeah, just schedule there. You can always use that link.
Okay, great. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, that's all I have for now. You can go on to the other questions.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Thanks.
Cool. I will bring Inga in the ability to talk. I'll get this figured out next time so that everyone can just talk by default. But for now, I'm allowing Inga. So feel free to unmute Inga, and I would love to help you with your GX question. Oh, looks like you need to unmute.
I am trying to.
There we go. You got it.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I got you.
Okay, awesome. I can't explain to you. It's very complex process, but other apps do it. So there is a negative GEX and positive GEX and gamma flip. And basically dealers hedge depends where they are. So when it's positive GEX, then basically it's not such a big range and it's perfect time for iron condors. When negative GEX, then it's like huge swings in the market. So it would be very beneficial to see it because in like spot gamma, you can see
Yeah,
where.
it shows you the total gamma right here.
Okay.
So you can see
Okay,
it, it's
but
there.
okay. Now, so in a negative environment, is it possible to put it as a filter for we have weeks when I'm creating bot because I will tell you what I want to do. Like I want to run iron condor when we in a positive GEX environment on SPX.
Mhm.
And when negative GEX, I would have different setup. I don't know
Yeah.
how hard it's to.
Yeah, currently these two don't communicate with each other. They're separate. So yes, it is on my to-do list to add
Okay.
DEX data into the options auto trader. Right now I'm in the process of adding more brokers. So that kind of the first priority, which should be done here within a month. And then I'm adding more things like, for instance, GEX. So that is coming, but right now it's isolated or only in the options trading pool.
Yeah, because I don't think anybody else does it like filters by GEX because that would be absolutely amazing if you would be able to do that
Yeah,
in the future.
sure.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Okay. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Chon asked the question, said, for pinning trade, should we normally use the process you showed, Robert? Yeah, when it places a trade, it then gets put in pending until it gets filled. So if it has been more than 3 minutes and it's still sitting in the pending trade process and you notice that trade is actually open in the broker, good news now is we have a system that tracks that. So I'm now notified of that. I previously wasn't notified, but now I am. That was in the December fix so that I can actually see all these issues and make sure that even these small things randomly happen, do get noticed and are fixed. So now I track that. But if you want to add it back, you just simply click the red delete button on pending trades, go to the green button, and then just import it back. That's the best way to do it. So on here, you'll see a pending trade. So click red, and you'll come in here to green and just import that. And that should be the way to do it. Sharon also said, can we trigger trades with positive, negative GX from TradingView? Potentially, yeah. So you could use a webhook. Oh, where TradingView pulled up. TradingView, is GX on here? Probably not. Maybe this. No, that's short sell volume. Yeah, I don't know if GEX data is on TradingView. I would assume not. But if it is, then yeah, you could trigger it with a webhook. But for now, I don't think you can. Can we search for pending trades in our accounts? Currently, no. You can't search for pending trades, but that was an interesting idea. Yeah. I'll look into that. Dude. Awesome. Any other questions? Hoping my buying power kicks in so far this in the platform. Thanks, Sean. It's only getting better with time. Yeah, so there are things that did have issues. A lot of just one-off execution things that happened, for instance, which Robert, I'm super sorry about, where the pending issue. And so those issues were resolved in December. And I've also added a lot of robust tracking to be able to know when those one-off things happen and the reasons for it. And then so the software, just now that I have visibility into that, is just getting better as well. But yeah, I look forward to my one-on-one call with Robert as well, so we can dive into that. But he's definitely crushing it. But yeah, platform's doing great. Thank you guys here for supporting it. Yeah, and I look forward to adding more stuff Inga, like GEX and other things like that. Because I do think that would be great. Because yeah, as you mentioned, the negative or positive does affect how volatile the market is likely to be. So it would lean itself to being more advantageous for things like iron condors, which are neutral market strategies. All right, all right. Not a bad day. Again, wish I had more, only 213. Again, these portfolio really just started last week. So that means that I only have one trade right now on this, since it's opening a new trade every other week, because I'm only doing 2 a month, right? It's every other week on this. So I only have one position running now on here, only one position on here. Tomorrow I'll open up a second. That'll be nice. Very slow. Tron says, I'm also looking for SLV. Yeah, that's on my list of ones to add. It was either you who messaged me or somebody else that messaged me about SLV, so it's on that to-do list I have. Adding a ticker just takes a ton of time because we manually download into our database all of the historical data, all the options chains, which are a lot more than you guys probably think every single day. So that's a lot of data. Anyways, but it is on the list, so SLV will be there. It's probably you who messaged me, but yeah, somebody messaged about SLV, so it's on the list. Any other final questions? Awesome. Quick recap. We do the weekly office hours every single Wednesday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time using the same Zoom link. You guys have it. That's also there in the Discord as well. So Wednesday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, the whole goal is to talk about the market, how to be prepared for it in the best spots. We talk about the market, which right now is in a long-term bullish trend. When we break it down to our trend lines, we want to look and break above this upside to continue. If we break down below this downside, we'll be watching it closely. And if it breaks down here, our bearish spots will start entering, which will be a good protective measure. From there, I'm running this portfolio, which is essentially the same as last year, just with this extra bot. Because I'm only running 2 here. I used to have 4 to 6 of these positions running at a time. Too much risk for me, although I absolutely love the one-on-one strategy. So I'm still running it. Just I'm only running 2 a month, as that fits my risk criteria I'm looking at. And then I have a lot of these to make up for it, but they're defined risks, so it helps out a lot. Then have the bearish spot as the protection. The options trading toolbox is there at your disposal to back test, to screen, gamma exposure, put to call ratio, all these things that easily by themselves cost you a ton of money, but you guys now have unlimited access to as a note member. Hope you guys take advantage of that. For those of you who like seeing extra data, and inside Discord, that's where everything is. If you message me, make sure you're messaging me, which means go to the main, find Austin Booley, message from there. You probably are going to be reached out to other people by Austin Booley. I'm trying to figure out a way to get rid of that spam. So yeah, I won't ask you to move funds to a different account. So as they're mentioning here in Zoom, that there are scammers on here, sadly. Yeah. All right. There's no more questions. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I look forward to the one-on-one call I have with Robert. Again, you guys are welcome to schedule it at any time by using that same link that I put in Zoom. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your week. And if anything crazy changes in the market, I will let you know via email and Discord. All right, guys, enjoy your week. See ya.